Did Ashley go back?
Yes.
All right. Ready to go.
Looks like I forgot to shower again.
All right.
No one sits by me.
Sherry, are you ready? Okay. Here we go.
Regular meeting of Washington, Missouri City Council, Tuesday, January 20th, 2026, 7 p.m. Bear? Briggs? Coulter?
Here.
Hydrich?
Here.
Holtmeyer?
Here.
Petke?
Here.
Pepsel?
Here.
Sullentrop. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag
Of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Will all the council members answer if they have or have not read the minutes of the council meeting dated January 5th, 2026? Coulter?
Yes.
Hydrich?
Aye.
Holtmeyer?
Aye.
Petke?
Yes, ma'am.
Pepsel?
Yes.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion by Patke, second by Hydrich to approve. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Against? And it's approved.
Approval and adjustment of agenda, including consent agenda. You have change order number 3 for the 2024 Earthcrest Extension Bridge Project VE.
Motion to approve. Second.
Motion by Patke, second by Holtmeyer. Any comments or suggestions or other? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Priority items, mayors, presentations, appointments, and reappointments. Police Department reappointment.
Oh, it shocked me. Good evening, council. So tonight up for reappointment, we have Officer Craig Smith. Within the past year, he's done an excellent job for us. He does bring with him a lot of experience, so he's got, I won't say how many years of experience, but a lot. But he's done a great job fitting in with the department, and we're happy to have him.
So are we.
Thanks for being here. I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
Motion by Patke, second by Hydrich. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
It's approved. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Public hearings, special use permit 4832 South Point Road.
All right. Good evening, council. Before you, we have a special use permit for a group home just off South Point Road here, as this map shows. And so the applicant is requesting to use this home that you see down at the bottom, the Google Street View there, as a group home. And they're looking to have 8 residents and then 2 caretakers in the home. Hanai House, they have several group homes within Washington already, and they're looking to operate this facility. The reason why this is before you tonight is because this house is in a commercial zoning district, and typically our zoning does not allow I should say this, our zoning does not allow group homes by right in commercial zoning, and so they need to apply for a special use permit, and staff thinks that, since it is a single family home, it's just in commercial zoning, that it's a good location for it. And yeah, we have the applicant here tonight to speak more about it. So I'll have her come up to give her the spiel.
Good evening, Council. My name is Tanya Hankins. I am the Executive Director and founder of Hanani House, which is a 501c3 nonprofit organization that operates here in Washington.
Just pull that down a little.
Okay.
There you go.
And as mentioned, this will be our 5th. It's considered, I suppose, a group home, but it's really a recovery residence that's certified through the National Alliance of Recovery Residences and certified through the Department of Mental Health. We have a very intensive program, so it's not just people coming and living there. We have groups at our outpatient facility at 602 East 5th Street. We were in this room not too long ago last year because we opened up a recovery community center in the lower level of 602 East 5th Street. So there's a very intensive schedule, lots of requirements. We are really only looking to serve men and women who are serious about getting their lives in recovery back on track. And so they're on a strict probation the first 30 days, in which time we're able to kind of determine whether or not their actions align with their words, if that makes any sense. So we run a great program. As mentioned, we opened our women's house at 300 Burnside in June of 2021, and then 130 East 5th Street is a men's residence. This will be our third residence in Washington, but we also have 2 other women's recovery homes in Augusta.
Questions?
Public hearing.
Okay.
I will just state that in planning and zoning, it was discussed a little bit. She gave great detail. Aaron, correct me if I'm wrong, we talked about having pending that the certification stays as part of the special use permit, right? I mean, we looked at different options as far as making sure it was going to stay the group home, and not just the property as a special use permit, but if they would keep their certification, then it would keep the home under the special use permit. Is that right?
That's correct. We discussed that. They didn't, P&Z didn't end up recommending that. I think Mark had some concerns about HIPAA violations and all that. I don't want to, misquote him, but I believe that that's why they kind of aired away. But we did discuss that, yes.
And just so you know, we are, the National Alliance of Recovery Residences, the certification is good for 2 years. We just did have them come through, so we'll be certified for the next 2 years. And we can't actually operate as a contracted recovery housing provider for the Department of Mental Health unless we keep our certification, and that's what we mentioned last time. So it's kind of, we're going to do that anyway, but we're also required to do that in order to receive some of the funding that we receive to operate the homes.
Great, thank you.
Now, when you do your accreditation, do you go through an audit so they come and inspect your facilities?
Absolutely.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, when we got the 130 East 5th Street occupancy, the NAR criteria was so much higher. And not that Washington, the city of Washington wasn't, but they were like, wow, they really make sure that every I is dotted and T is crossed, and they're pretty strict about their ethical standards and safety standards. So we adhere to those very closely.
I know them very well.
Excellent.
It is very strict, we're very stringent.
And just so you all know, I was also at that planning and zoning meeting just to listen in on this, and there was only a few neighbors from the church that had some questions, and they were satisfied with all their answers, so.
Other questions, guys? Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, this is a special use permit, and as such, I welcome any input from members of the audience who would like to comment about this special use permit. Please approach the mic if you do. Okay, thank you. So we need
Accept into the minutes.
accept it into the minutes. Motion by Patke to accept in the minutes. Do I have a second?
Second?
Second by Pepsel. Further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Passes.
An ordinance granting a special use permit at 4832 South Point Road in the city of Washington, Franklin County, Missouri.
Patke.
Introduced by Patke. Other questions? Okay. Second reading, Sherry, please.
An ordinance granting a special use permit at 4832 South Point Road in the city of Washington, Franklin County, Missouri. Holtmeyer,
Aye.
Patke,
Yes.
Pepsel,
Yes?
Coulter,
Yes.
Hendrich.
Aye.
By your vote, ordinance 3B passes. Thank you, guys.
Citizens' comments?
Folks, this is the time of the evening when anybody in the audience would like to approach the mic and talk about whatever, as long as it's not on the agenda. Okay, let's move on.
Report of department heads, Washington Parks and Recreation Charitable Foundation.
Good evening, council. We're finally at this night, or whatever. This has been going on for quite some time, and I'd just like to go ahead and read the letter that's within your packet for anybody listening at home and or anybody else that wants more information on this. Mayor and council, we are pleased to inform the City Council of the formation of the Washington Parks Recreation Charitable Foundation. as a result of a generous donation from one of our residents in 2024, which was in the amount of $100,000, and an additional $100,000 amount in 2025, we've been able to obligate funding for projects such as the recently approved Trail Connection project at our riverfront to include a reconstruction of the Flag Plaza. If you'll remember, when we were going through the funding for that project, we highlighted that it was going to be a donation. That's where this comes from. Prior to 2026, the foundation received their certificate of incorporation from the Secretary of State's office. Shortly after, the same resident donated a check in the amount of $1 million to the charitable foundation. The foundation will be available to assist the Parks Department in funding projects to add amenities to projects and assist in supplemental funding of large projects. The foundation is already looking forward to assisting the city in their efforts to dredge Lyons Lake in the future to include fishing piers and other amenities yet to be designed. The Lyons Lake project was listed as a potential project should the capital improvement sales tax be renewed in April of 2026. This is one example of how the foundation can help the budget of the Parks Department with funding future capital projects. The city would like to recognize Mark Tobin for his generous support of our Parks Department and the initial donations of $200,000 and $1 million for the Washington Parks and Recreation Charitable Foundation. This is the largest donation to a foundation to help support one of our city departments. Officers and members of the foundation include the following: Darren Lamb, President; Mark Tobin, Vice President; Secretary Treasurer Sherry Claycamp; Doug Hagedorn, Lori Rice, and Jerome Sparky Stuckenschneider. Should you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. At this point, I'd like to go ahead and introduce Mark and have him come up and state a few words.
Before I begin my comments, I would just like to personally thank the mayor, city administrator, city officials, and you councilmen for your willingness to serve the public and keep this city going. I've been in administrative positions myself. It's not always fun. And my sincere thanks to all of you. Good evening. It's an honor and privilege to address the Honorable Mayor Doug Hagedorn, City Administrator Darren Lamb, and the illustrious City Council to announce the formation of the Washington Parks and Recreation Charitable Foundation. This is a federally and state qualified 501c3 tax-deductible foundation. Its purpose is to assist in the funding the Parks and Recreation Department. Its charter permits donors to give targeted donations, as I have done, or general purpose donations. My purpose in establishing this foundation was twofold. First, to make the Washington Parks and Recreation Department the best of any comparably sized city in the state of Missouri, as well as one of the best in the entire United States. Second, to express my profound thanks and appreciation to this amazing town. Parks and Recreation has been a major incubator for community health, unity, and personal success. From my early years growing up on Hickory Street with a disciplined and loving father and a mother of profound faith, our entire family has benefited immensely. 3 siblings have 1 or more doctoral and postdoctoral degrees, with the other 4 all having 1 or more master's degrees. Supervised playground, the swimming pool, competitive sports all contributed. Little League Baseball, including the year myself and my 2 older brothers all pitched no-hitters, to my game-winning home run off Dave Hoffman at Hoffman Field. Pay attention. Amazing coaches, including John Gadke, Jim Gardner, Wes Miller, my father Omer Tobin, and most notably, Dickie Kravitz. Little League football with the Redskins under the amazing Paul Zellner, as well as Bill Baucom and Buckshot Waldy, all were important.
Wow.
Little League football with both the Redskins and the Rams have assisted in the development of local superheroes, including coaches and educators, Dale Gildahouse, Jim Gephardt, Steve Reether, and Dave Nyer. As I now move into my later years, I take immense comfort in watching children and families using the new Riverfront Playground, walking the improved trails at Miller Post Preserve, or standing under the new pavilion built with the collaboration of the vocational school building trades class. I take great comfort in knowing that the Flagpole Plaza and the connecting trail will be finished properly. And finally, the proper completion of the Lion Lake Restoration Project to include dredging, bank stabilization, water quality improvement, and including enhanced fishing, hopefully including trout. In aggregate, I have donated $1.25 million and sincerely hope to do more in the future. In closing, I speak to the families in our area of wealth. Specifically, I ask our attorneys, our bankers, our money managers, our business persons, and the numerous healthcare professionals, as well as those of inherited wealth, to please consider this foundation as one of your sources for charitable giving. Together, we can make the Washington Parks and Recreation Department the best of any comparable city in Missouri and one of the best in the entire United States. God bless the United States of America, the great state of Missouri, and Washington, the amazing town we call home.
Thank you, sir.
Wear it proudly, folks.
Thank you.
Jeff, you're doing a great job. Thank you, sir. Mike, you're one of my buddies.
I'm gonna give these to Sherry, we'll have them for the others.
Here, make sure that the other guys. Sherry gets one, Chad gets one.
There you go. Thank you, Mark.
Thank you, Mark.
Nice.
I think it goes without saying, Your Honor, I know it was a long time coming, as Darren said, and what a surprise to us. What a great contribution. And again, Mr. Tobin, thank you so much, and we hope that you're just the beginning of others. And I know everyone has that look on their face of wow, and we all say wow to you. Thank you very much.
Amen. Gav,
This down, folks. We've been blessed.
we have. Gavin, would you like to say something?
Can you come up to the mic, young man?
Recently, another great friend of the Washington Parks Department passed away, Dr. Bill Huber. And the memorials were, there were several, but one of them was the Washington Parks Department. Will those be some of the first additional donations to this foundation, do we know?
It can be. You know, we haven't really, I don't know what the total amount of what we've received since the, you know,
I don't know if
since
you've
the
received
memorial was
that.
just
I don't know
recent.
if you've received
Yeah.
that yet or not, but I think it would be, you know, obviously Mark has placed the seed money, but I think it'd be a great addition, and I know Dr. Huber would certainly appreciate it.
Yep.
Right now, we received $2,040 as of last week.
Okay, great. We will look into that, Gavin.
I got to say, on a personal note, Mark is my first cousin. And to have known Uncle Homer and his family is a real, they were some serious supporters of Washington, Missouri. Our families grew up together. I had brothers and sisters who were the same age as his brothers and sisters. So proud of this moment. Thank you.
One thing I forgot to mention was, my youngest sister shooting contest against all the boys in the entire
That needs to go in the minutes for sure. So do you.
That's great, you guys. We could talk about Washington all night long, you know that? Golly. Cool. Sherry, next one. Let's get going here.
2025 building report.
Within your packets, you've got the building report that we do annually for you. Blake and his office have put this together. It's pretty self-explanatory. Like I said, we do this annually. And then you've got highlights of some of the construction on the last 2 pages. So if anybody has any questions, Blake's here. Otherwise, all you need to do is accept it into the minutes.
Accept in a minute.
Second.
Motion by Pepsil, second by Hydrich to accept it into the minutes. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Thank you.
Downtown Washington, Inc. annual report.
Come on up, Becky.
What a thing to follow. You know, I can't beat that. There's nothing I can do to beat that. Or do you want me to take the clicker or do you? Good evening. For those who don't know me, I am Becky Pate. I am the Executive Director of Downtown Washington, Inc. If you'll notice, I am not Tyler King. I took over for him in September of last year. So this report is given to the City Council annually on the statistics. We track that happen in our downtown to measure the economic impact that our downtown has on our entire community of Washington. These are your statistics for 2025. So we had 10 businesses that opened last year and another 2 that moved into a new location. This is about what we saw the year before. With that being said, the number does seem low, but a lot of that has to do with the fact that we have a very low vacancy rate. Next year, we do have some spaces that are opening up, and we have a couple of people that have already been in contact about potentially moving to the area or moving a business. So I do think that next year we may see a couple of a little bit higher of a number here. With the new businesses that opened in 2025, we gained 24 net new employees to our district. This number is gathered by talking to the businesses as they come in and asking how many people they have on staff, full-time and part-time. So two part-times equals 1 full-time, so about 24 net new jobs. There was over $2 million privately invested back into the downtown area over the past year. This number includes commercial and business improvements as well as residential improvements. These numbers are pulled from permit reports each month. Alongside the privately invested dollars, we do want to thank you all for the dedication to public improvements that the City of Washington does, including but not limited to sidewalk improvements, street repairs, as well as the new restrooms at the Riverfront Park. As a mom and park goer, I really appreciate those new restrooms. So we appreciate what you guys do to make our downtown better. We were able to attend quite a few trainings and webinars this past year, especially on historic preservation, which is a requirement for the Washington Historic Preservation Commission and one of the requirements for the City of Washington to remain a certified local government. So we attended 10 different trainings this past year. We maintain an agreement with our board of directors that they must attend at least 1 training per year to remain on our board, and we're very strict about that. That shows their commitment to downtown and to the City of Washington that they serve. We were able to continue to award grants this year. We offer $5,000 each year to our business members to tap into, to collaborate on events together. This helps pay for their advertising and materials, and this helps them put on more successful events. We also offer $5,000 in sign and awning grants to update any signage or new awnings needed for their buildings. For new signs, new events, and a new sculpture downtown, we saw new signs, new events, and a new sculpture downtown because of these programs. We also had the downtown art program, the sculpture down at the Riverfront Park as part of that. For 2026, we are already working on a new mural, and we've already got grant requests coming in for signs and events. We held 21 days of community events this year, annual Art Fair and Wine Fest, Barbecue and Blues Fest, Fall Festival, and Christmas Parade, among all of the other events that we always do. We saw record crowds at most of our events this year. The total event days we held downtown this year was 21. So To give an idea on crowds, we had close to 28,000 people at our Barbecue and Blues Fest, 26,000 for our Art Fair and Wine Fest, and about 31,000 for our Fall Festival of Arts and Crafts. This is weekend totals, and our Holiday Parade of Lights saw over 8,000 people in the parade zone. We use Placerite AI for these statistics, which is based on cell phone data, people that have the location services on. You do have to go up about 20% if you're looking at kids and people who don't have location services on. In 2025, we had 79,000 website visits, which was a 68% increase from 2024. So that's a huge increase. We've really worked to include our link on all of our social media posts. We've really tried to drive people to our website so they can see that list of investors. They can see what Washington has to offer. It can direct them to the other websites that they need to go to. So if you're coming to town and you want to know what's good to eat and you go to that taste section, you can find all of those websites. Let's see here. We started sharing what our advertising effects had on there. So social media followers, we have over 30,000 total social media followers. That's a 13.9% increase across all platforms from last year. So once again, pushing that, working with the School District of Washington to run our Instagram and our TikTok, those things that we're all too old to run, that they're much better at than we are, but using that to increase our followers. Our streaming services is another thing that we were able to grow. So we ran ads in 8 different counties surrounding our area. We ran commercials on 34 different networks, and we had, as you can see, 194, nope, that's not right. But our impressions on streaming services there grew in those counties. Let's see, that number's not right, sorry. Gift certificates, this is my favorite statistic. With our gift certificate program, we were able to stay at about $68,000 in gift certificate sales, which is about what it's been the last 3 years. But I think the really impressive thing about this number is that when we lost our contracted postal unit in March, we were still able to keep up with that number and grow it a couple extra hundred. So while people are not coming in to ship packages and buy stamps, people are still coming in to buy those gift cards. I would like to see that number grow to 70,000 this year, so I hope next year when I'm up here talking to you, I get to say 70,000. So we're gonna continue to push that. I'd also like to do a PSA. In case you guys don't know, we're not a post office anymore. We have gone a total of 1 full day without somebody thinking we were a post office. I have promised the staff if we make it 2 full days without thinking that people coming in and asking for postal services, that I will give them lunch. So if you could tell 3 people you know that we're not a post office anymore, or if you guys just want to come see us. We can't ship your package, but we'll talk to you, so. But we are no longer a postal service, unfortunately. This is another really impressive statistic. Every year I know that we are able to get these big numbers, but our organization is based solely on volunteers, as you can see. Most of them are here. If you guys would raise your hand if you're a part of Downtown Washington, Inc. So we had over 8,000 hours of volunteer work this past year. If you do the math on our total volunteer hours for the year, it would equate to about 12 months of continuous volunteerism around the clock for our organization, which is incredibly impressive. So lastly, we truly appreciate the support that you guys give to us. As a former, and I won't say recovering, municipal government employee, it is truly inspirational to see how you guys support your community and your residents and how you guys support what we are doing here. Like I said, I've worked for municipal government and I've never seen this type of support. From the day I started, you guys have been there to help answer my questions, or, you know, Aaron, like, what am I doing here, guys? You know, so you guys have been really great. And we are so blessed to have you guys on our team. So I do want to really quickly introduce the people that we have here from Downtown Washington, Inc. So we have Brett Hogue, Robbie Bosbrink, Holly Wunderlich, Maggie Hazy, Russ Volmert, Elizabeth Schatz, and Natalie Cash. So they are truly the backbone of what we do, and we really appreciate all of your support. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Becky.
Any questions of Becky? Thank you, volunteers. I don't see how you guys do it and find time to do all the stuff you do. It's incredible. Thank you. Do we need To approve a contract?
That's next.
That's
No,
next?
you just need to approve the report.
Approve the
report, okay.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Patke, second by Hydrich to approve the report. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes.
Ordinances and resolutions. An ordinance authorizing and directing the execution of a contract by and between the City of Washington, Missouri and Downtown Washington, Inc.
Holtmeyer.
Introduced by Holtmeyer.
You have the letter within your packet. We did want to go ahead and point out that over the last couple of years, the city has worked to increase that dollar amount that we have for the contract from $35,000. The goal was to get to $50,000. I believe this is the first year that we're at $50,000. So last year, we upped it to $42,500, so now we're at $50,000. So that's what we have within the budget, that's within the contract.
As long as Becky gets to 70,000 in gift card sales, we'll,
I think that's a, that's.
that'll be fine. Put him down for 2.
I think he's saying he might give more next year, or propose to give more if he hits it.
Thanks, Robbie.
Throw you under bus.
Where we at? Did it get introduced?
Joe introduced it, yes. So,
Discussion.
any more discussion, guys? Second reading, Sherry.
An ordinance authorizing and directing the execution of a contract by and between the City of Washington, Missouri and Downtown Washington, Inc. Holtmeyer,
Aye.
Patke,
Yes.
Pepsel,
Yes?
Coulter,
Yes.
Hydrich.
Aye.
By your vote, ordinance 7A passes. Yay. Congrats again, gang.
An ordinance amending the 2025 budget for the period of October 1st, 2024 through September 30th, 2025 for the City of Washington, Missouri.
Holtmeyer.
Introduced by Holtmeyer.
Go ahead, Tammy.
Good evening. Included in your packet is my budget amendment for the fiscal year 2025. And this was just to adjust revenues, mainly revenues, and expenditures that were either higher or lower than anticipated, and to correct items for the audit. As you'll notice, a lot of these budgets, we actually had more revenues than the prior years, and of course, that's conservative budgeting. That's just what I do. So the interest rates, it was higher than anticipated, and we had some sale of capital assets that were some unexpected increases in revenues. And then there were adjustments because of the timing of the capital projects. Some of them we didn't get all the way done, some of them we got done more than the prior year, than what we thought we were gonna get. So that's what's included in these budget amendments for the fiscal year 25. Does anybody have any questions?
Thank you, Tammy.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Any discussion? Further questions, guys? Okay, second reading.
An ordinance amending the 2025 budget for the period of October 1, 2024 through September 30th, 2025 for the City of Washington, Missouri. Holtmeyer,
Aye.
Patke,
Yes.
Pepsel,
Aye?
Coulter,
Yes.
Hydrich.
Aye.
By your vote, ordinance 7B passes. C, please.
An ordinance authorizing and directing the execution of a CMAQ congested mitigation air quality supplemental agreement by and between the City of Washington, Missouri and the Missouri Highways and Transportation Commission for the Highway 100 International Avenue Intersection Improvement Project, CMAQ 6400628.
Patke.
Introduced by Patke.
Good evening, council. As you can see, up there is our current scope for what we call the Rabbit Trail Highway 100 CMAQ project. So it's adding a dedicated right turn lane there, going eastbound onto 100, or going westbound, sorry. We've been talking with MoDOT for some time here about the need for increasing that radius on the northeast corner, so westbound and northbound international. They completely agree and have been trying to work on how they can get us funding to include that as part of our project. They finally were able to get $236,000, which should cover 100% of the design, construction, and inspection of including that additional scope to our project. So this is an agreement with them get that added to the project and get that taken care of as well.
So it's not an additional lane, just additional space.
Yep, just widening out that turn radius so that big trucks can make that right turn. It'll also help with left turns onto International as well, kind of give them a little extra space there. So definitely we've seen lots of trucks run over the curb and sidewalk that MoDOT just put in a couple years ago there, so.
And you said the magic word, 100% funded, so they've seen it as a need that we looked into and approved that.
Yep.
That's awesome.
They've worked with us on this. This is like the second set of changes, I think, that we've
Right.
had.
Yes.
Because remember, this was a much bigger project. This was going to deal with the rabbit trail on the south end, but since we couldn't come to terms with property owners on that side of it and not make everybody happy, we reduced it back to what you see, what Charles has got on the overhead right here.
We're
So-
really glad to see this, though. Feel like this is a much more complete project here on the north side, so.
And you're right, you're missing more stuff than I thought. I thought that right-hand turn lane going westbound on 100 would have taken out a lot more stuff.
Yeah, not too bad, so definitely relocating the signal, still a lot of work there, but.
Yeah.
When's construction?
We're hoping to have the design finished by the end of March.
Nice.
Wow. Get MoDOT approval, go out to bid, so hopefully late
Great.
summer, fall, wrap this up,
Be awesome.
still this year.
Way overdue. 16 years ago now, I've gotten on the council just about in April, and I proposed this shortly after I got on, and it went nowhere, so
Take some
it's
time.
been needed for a while.
Are you saying Charles is doing better than the previous, or are you saying it just takes a while?
John is the one who got the grant, so.
Other questions for
As a
Charles?
whole, Jeff, as a whole.
Yeah, again, Charles, thank you, and I know we talked about that right turn lane and the extra space. I mean, and you say the magic words, when you present it to MoDOT and they come back and say yes and fund it, it's just like, you have to ask those questions sometimes, and that's what, a exact instance where that's what you just have to do. So, thank you for looking into that, thank you for doing it, and again, it doesn't fix Mark's request from 16 years ago to the south, but this is definitely an improvement there that we need and limited funds for the city. So again, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, I requested both sides at that time, because that was actually part of Ward 2 when I first got on the north side, yep. Mhm. Now we just need to get MoDOT to fix on Rabbit Trail on the south side there.
Yeah, there's some of the right-of-way that they have there is in need of
Terrible.
repair, yeah.
Right.
We have their first meeting with Jordan here in a couple weeks, so.
Keep working.
Baby
Yep.
steps.
Other questions or discussion, guys? Second reading, Sherry. Thanks, Charles.
An ordinance authorizing and directing the execution of a CMAQ congestion mitigation and air quality supplemental agreement by and between the City of Washington, Missouri and the Missouri Highways and Transportation Commission for the Highway 100 International Avenue Intersection Improvement Project CMAQ 6400628. Holtmeyer?
Aye.
Patke?
Yes.
Pepsel?
Yes.
Coulter?
Yes.
Hydrich.
Aye.
By your vote, ordinance 7C passes. D, please.
An ordinance amending the 2026 budget of the City of Washington, Missouri.
So that's just a budget
I'm
amendment
sorry.
for.
who-
Patke.
Thank you.
Budget amendment for that 236,000, but like I said, it will be 100% reimbursed through MoDOT, so.
No questions or discussion? Second reading.
Ordinance amending the 2026 budget of the City of Washington, Missouri. Holtmeyer?
Aye.
Patke?
Yes.
Pepsel?
Yes.
Coulter?
Yep.
Hydrich.
Aye.
By your vote, ordinance 7D passes. E, please.
An ordinance authorizing and directing the execution of an agreement with HDR Engineering, Inc. for engineering design services for the High Street and Highway 100 intersection improvements project CMAQ 6400633.
Patke.
Introduced by Petke.
So this is an agreement for our Highway 100 and High Street CMAQ project, to have HDR do design and construction inspection. Total for that is a little over $605,000, which is completely covered by the grant. So that's an 80-20 split, so we'll pay 20% of that.
When is that gonna be constructed?
That one would be fiscal year 28, so 2029.
Be here before you know it.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Other questions or discussion, please? Second reading.
An ordinance authorizing and directing the execution of an agreement with HDR Engineering, Inc. for engineering design services for the High Street and Highway 100 Intersection Improvements Project, CMAQ 6400633. Hultmeyer?
Aye.
Packey?
Yes.
Pepsel?
Yes.
Coulter?
Yes.
Tigers?
Aye.
By your vote, ordinance 7E passes. F, please.
An ordinance repealing ordinance number 22-13616 and enacting lieu thereof, an ordinance authorizing and directing the execution of a supplemental agreement with HDR Engineering, Inc. for construction engineering services for the High Street Reconstruction and ADA Improvements Project, STPG 6400630.
Coulter.
Introduced by Coulter.
So if you remember, 2 years ago, we actually returned the construction fund and construction inspection fund portion of the High Street project that we originally got awarded from East West Gateway. We returned them and then reapplied for new construction funds to kind of help with inflationary costs. We were awarded the new grant, so there's a new STP federal number with that. So basically this is just, we'd already entered into the contract with HDR under the old federal number, project number. So this is just switching it over to the new number for construction inspection with them. So just clean up some paperwork so MoDOT can get this project moving. So we are looking for MoDOT approval, and then we'll go out to bid hopefully end of February, March for this project. So
Any questions? Second reading.
An ordinance repealing ordinance number 22-13616 and enacting lieu thereof, an ordinance authorizing and directing the execution of a supplemental agreement with HDR Engineering, Inc. for construction engineering services for the High Street Reconstruction and ADA Improvements Project, STBG 6400630. Hultmeyer?
Aye.
Packey?
Yes.
Pepsel?
Yes.
Coulter?
Yes.
Heydrich?
Aye.
By your vote, ordinance 7F passes. G, please.
A resolution authorizing the City of Washington, Missouri to apply for funding through the East-West Gateway Council of Governments to provide for the Highway 47 four-lane widening project in the City of Washington, Franklin County, Missouri.
It's a resolution.
It's a resolution, you don't need it.
so this, we were awarded the 50/50 grant with MoDOT for the Highway 47 widening project. This is the next phase, applying through East-West Gateway for STP, so 80-20 split of that. It is showing the city match would be almost 1.4 million, but that number is actually, doesn't account for the split that we have with the county, so that number will be split 50/50 with the county, so our portion will be just under 700,000.
So we are anticipating, hopefully, that we will be the only STP application from Franklin County that would assure us the funding. We will double-check that and probably triple-check that one more time, so. But hopefully, I think the applications are due February 6th,
Yes.
so shortly after that, we'll find out.
Motion to approve the resolution.
Second.
Motion by Packey, second by Holtmeyer to approve the resolution. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes.
Commission, committee, and board reports. Preliminary plat approval, Shoals Industrial Plat 5.
Good evening, council members. So items 8A, 8B, 8C, and 8D are all related to the proposed Frykes Quality Meats expansion project. So you have the subdivision Plat 5, which is related to the property that is located next to the MK Distributing. What Frykes plans to do is purchase this 1.04 acre lot, which will be newly reconstructed into the newly designed stormwater detention basin, because you will see on the subdivision plat for 6, Frykes is planning to purchase 1.87 acres of the stormwater detention basin that is currently adjacent to their property now. So that 1.4 acres and the property that is left over and not used, or not purchased by Frykes Quality Meats will be part of the newly redesigned stormwater detention basin. So the 353 Redevelopment Corporation has put in their agreement that the stormwater detention basin has to abide by the same stormwater regulations and laws that are currently in place and have hold the same stormwater capacity and have the same stormwater runoff. So just to note, the Plat 6 was unanimously approved by the 353 Redevelopment Corporation and the Washington Planning and Zoning, and Plat 5 was unanimously approved last week by Planning and Zoning. So, any questions?
I will just point out for them, Aaron, Lot 3, which is the Frike lot, there is a narrow strip that you see that runs parallel with Emmy Frike Drive down to the intersection with Bluff Road. The purpose of that is Frikes intend to put a sign up at that intersection, and that was the way that they could go ahead and keep that on their lot and meet your code requirements.
Other questions or discussion, you guys? We need a motion, I guess, to approve this.
The preliminary.
So moved.
I'll second.
Motion by Packey, second by Pepsi. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Passes.
An ordinance approving the final plat of Shell's Industrial Plat 5 in the city of Washington, Franklin County, Missouri.
Hopewell.
Introduced by Holtmeyer. Questions or discussion, guys? Second reading.
An ordinance approving the final plat of Shell's Industrial Plat 5 in the city of Washington, Franklin County, Missouri. Holtmeyer.
Aye.
Patke.
Yes.
Pepsel.
Yes.
Coulter.
Yes.
Heidrich.
Aye.
By your vote, ordinance 8B passes. C, please.
Preliminary plat approval, Shell's Industrial Plat 6.
As Aaron explained, this is the portion that you have a preliminary plat approval prior to the final plat, and that is the final lot layout that we will see out there for the time being.
Questions? Make a motion.
So moved.
Second.
Second, or pardon me.
No,
Motion
it's-
by Patke, second by Holtmeyer. Further discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. 8D, please.
An ordinance approving the final plat of Shell's Industrial Plat 6 in the city of Washington, Franklin County, Missouri.
Hopewell.
Introduced by Holtmeyer. Other questions or discussion? Second reading.
An ordinance approving the final plat of Shell's Industrial Plat 6 in the city of Washington, Franklin County, Missouri. Holtmeyer.
Aye.
Patke.
Yes.
Pepsel.
Yes.
Coulter.
Yes.
Heidrich.
Aye.
By your vote, ordinance 8D passes. Thank you, guys.
Mayor's report.
Gosh, how cool was that? October. And to have downtown here. I just wish all meetings were like this. But, you know, quite frankly, you guys, Washington has a lot of good stuff ahead of us. We really do. The skeptical side of me says, yeah, we're gonna be tested at some point in the future. But for right now, let's enjoy the good times. Let's plan for the future, keep looking down the road, and just thank our lucky stars we live in a cool place like we do.
City Administrator's report.
The only thing, I'm just going to go ahead and mention this, we'll have this on your agenda for the first meeting in February for the workshop. But the state has modified the liquor license laws for the World Cup during the timeframe of June 11th through the July 19th. And basically, the bars can be open 23 hours a day.
Oh, my.
So, a lot of cities are looking at whether or not they wish to go ahead and you can still locally pass an ordinance to go ahead and limit it to where it is today, expand on it up to the point, or even if you don't do anything at all, those will be open for 23 hours a day during that time frame. So, Chief and his staff have reached out to some of the bars. I think they'll give you a little bit more information in February.
Yeah.
In short, what we're hearing is that most of the bars do not wish to be open that long. It'd be hard even for staffing issues for them to go ahead and be able to do so. But we'll have that as a topic of discussion, but if you want to limit it, you're gonna have to pass an ordinance to go ahead and do so. We have to do it sometime this spring. So, Mark brought it to my attention, I guess, back in November, I think, but we just had other things on here, so we'll bring it up for discussion with you at the first meeting in February. Food for thought.
Council comments?
Yeah, I'd like to mention the street department at Tony, and what they did on the riverfront was fantastic. That really turned out nice, making, saving the bank down there, and hopefully that stick and stays. So, thank them again.
I'd like to wish Darren a happy birthday today.
Thank you, sir.
You want, like us to sing?
No,
Okay.
Sure?
positive,
Come on.
positive. I do have an item for you in executive session.
Well, it was a happy birthday.
Yeah, see? Humbug.
City Attorney's Report, public vote on whether or not to hold a closed meeting to discuss personnel, legal, and real estate matters pursuant to Section 610.021 RSMO 2000. Holtmeyer?
Aye.
Tacky?
Yes.
Pepsel?
Yes?
Coulter?
Yes.
Hydrich?
Aye.
If you want to go home, you can, but if you want to stay, you can.